You will just be, I was flabbergasted the first time I started really learning about this jewelry and studying it. I get to look at beautiful jewelry every day, and I do not see work like this, ever. I mean, really, you just don't see this level of work.
I have to say, Colleen, this blew me away.
Right.
You know, we're talking about jewelers. As I said, you know, we work with 25 family-owned workshops, each one of which is run by a master jeweler who's an artist in their own right. So when my business partner, Eric, who we've talked about so many times, you know, that's the way we've run the business. You know, for 25 years, he's lived over there and designed the jewelry. He works with these masters. He threw this challenge out to them to come up with a new technique to execute this dream that he had of this ring. And the jeweler was able to do this. And, you know, really, every time I see it, I say to people, when you get it at home, get a magnifying glass out and take a look at it.
Yes, absolutely. Loop it. If you have a loop, loop it. At least get a magnifying glass out and take an up-close look at the incredible level of workmanship. And for $55, 2 payments of $27.46. First of all, I mean, you can see we have 4 choices here: garnet, beautiful, rich, lovely red, blue, that blue topaz, the amethyst, and then the citrine. And just to show you just one, so you can see on the hand, just a gorgeous, big, wide band.
It's really comfortable.
I do find it's extremely comfortable. I do find when the bands are wide like this, it might be a good idea to go up a size because it's a wide band.
Right.
So if you need a little extra room, if you're in between sizes, go up one size, because that way, again, just due to how wide this band is, I think you'll find that it will accommodate your finger better if you go up a size. Depends on you. If you're on the low end of your size, you'll probably be fine. But I would even go up a size because then I can move it around from finger to finger. But the point here is that you are getting marquise cut genuine gemstones. Look at the framework around each of those stones and then that wire work. And it's so smooth on the inside. I just don't even know how they do this. Someday, it's on my bucket list of things I want to do. And I want to get to the Kathmandu Valley at the base of Mount Everest and watch these silversmiths in action. My son has had a chance to travel there. He's a person who has a love and appreciation for jewelry and gemstones. He was blown away. Traveling to this part of the world and watching these people work is truly life-changing. To be a jeweler in Nepal, to be a jeweler in Kathmandu is one of the most prestigious jobs,
that's right,
period.
It is the work of kings.
That's it, the work of kings. So this is, it's an important profession there. And they are very, very highly regarded and very highly revered. You know, these are master jewelers who are making this jewelry. Not every new silversmith can do this work, right?
No, as I said, each one of the people we work with is truly an artist in his own right. And not only that, they have a heritage going back at least 500 years. In the case of the jewelers, they're called the Gurkha jewelers, like the Gurkha soldiers who came with the present king. But some of them have a history going back over 2,000 years making jewelry.
Gosh.
You know, when we're looking at pieces like this, really, you're not going to see them anywhere else in the world. Between Eric, the designer, and myself, you know, we went to high school together. We first went there in the early 70s. We have over 50 years between us developing this business with these jewelers, and there really is nowhere else. And I'm not saying this to brag, you know, or, you know, it's something I have to admit that I'm proud of.
It's not bragging if it's the truth.
But it really is. There is no place else in the world. If you went to Kathmandu, you wouldn't find these pieces.
Right. Exactly. That's what's exciting about it. It's your love of art, love of history, you know, on top of this amazing workmanship and again, your company's background in stone, sourcing beautiful stones. It's really an exciting culmination, and that's why the jewelry is distinctive and special, and that's why when you discover it, it just captures your heart and imagination. And by the way, close to 600 of these have been ordered. This will sell out. There's a few hundred left. We have all of the sizes. You may want to go up one size because it's a wide band. It's not ridiculously wide, but it's wide. It stays wider in the back also, so it takes up a little bit more room on your finger. It's extremely smooth. There are no sharp edges. Even all of this wire work, it feels just wonderful. The original ring is a customer pick on hsn.com. In the past, we did it just in the amethyst. So how lovely to get to offer it in this gorgeous blue. I love the blue topaz, how beautiful that is. And then we still have citrine, and we also have that luscious red garnet. So whichever you would like to own, as you call in to order, by the way, be sure to stay on the phone because Andrew and I would love the chance to say hello.
Absolutely.
We'd love to meet those of you who are ordering. In fact, Sandra from Virginia is here. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
Oh.
How are you?
Fantastic, and I'm loving these pieces. This is the first time I've seen the Himalayan gems, and they are gorgeous.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Yes.
So what did you order, Sandra?
Well, I ordered the rutilated quartz.
Oh, good.
Oh, great.
That went fast.
I rarely find that, and it is beautiful, and I can't wait to get it home. And I also purchased the lapis.
Oh, excellent.
Stunning. Good choices. Good for you. Well, I can't wait for you to see these pieces in person, Sandra. They're very special, as I think you've been able to see. Go ahead, Sandra.
Oh, I'm sorry. So far, all of the pieces have been gorgeous, and I'm very interested in the garnet as well.
Good. Yeah, the
Well,
garnet.
Colleen chooses every piece, and she has excellent taste. We all know that. So
It is hard to pick because everything's so beautiful. But, Sandra, if you do decide on that garnet ring, it's a knockout, and it would look lovely with the golden hues of the rutilated quartz when you're wearing that ring and bracelet, too. All righty. Thank you for being there. We're so happy to meet you, and enjoy your first Himalayan Gems pieces. Take care, Sandra.
Thanks, Sandra.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I think she was, we have a little, there's a 3-second delay, so I think she was hearing the feedback. If you can use express ordering, that's going to be the fastest way to get through here. I'm going to have Steve give us an update on what's left in terms of sizes and colors here, because we have almost enough people on the line to cover what's remaining. The garnet just sold out completely. So actually, there's a handful in the 8. Otherwise, the garnet sold out. The amethyst available but limited. Same with the citrine and the blue topaz. This would be a lovely first time. You know, this is your 4th visit?
I believe so, yes.
4th visit. So you're only here every few months. So a lot of you maybe it does take a long time.
I was saying, you know, Nepal's closing down tomorrow for 2 weeks. It's the biggest festival of the year called Dessin. And I was emailing back and forth and just saying, all of these months we've spent putting this show together, and in 2 hours it's gone. You're talking about hundreds of people spending hundreds of hours, you know, making this. Because each one of these rings, a master jeweler working by himself would take almost a day to make this ring. And you imagine if you're paying a master jeweler here $80 to $100 an hour, you're looking at just, you know, close to $1,000 for the labor. And, you know, one thing to point out, and I know a lot of people are concerned about this, the jewelers who make this make a living far beyond doing anything else they could possibly do. They're building homes, they're educating their children, and in a funny way that works against us because the best jewelers are sending their children. 2 of them have their children in the United States now studying medicine, for example. So as the prosperity increases, as the world changes, you know, I have 3 daughters who are all, you know, in university now, and I would not bring any of them into this business because I don't think a generation from now this resource will be there.
You said that.
I really don't.
So it's a chance for us to be able to own something. If it weren't for Himalayan Gems, most of us would never even be able to see or own pieces like this. As they come into the United States and find boutiques, you might find a one-of-a-kind ring or bracelet. But in this capacity, and especially at these prices of $54.90, these are almost completely sold out. You can see close to 1,000 have been ordered. We're excited for you. In case you're just tuning in, I know we get lots of new customers at this time of night because a lot of you are just getting in from work. Himalayan Gems, an exquisite collection, every single piece completely made by hand. No machines used, no molds used. This is ancient silversmith work that dates back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Everything comes directly from Nepal, made in the Kathmandu Valley. I'll remember when my son was in Nepal visiting the various jewelers who were making this jewelry, and he said it was the most amazing thing. There he sat in this beautiful little town. He's looking up at Mount Everest. He's hearing chimes all around him. He said it was literally like nirvana. It's like paradise there. And he said the people were so kind and so loving. It was really, he said, a life-changing experience, which obviously it was for you. You traveled there just for fun, just to travel there, not realizing.
We hit the hippie trail, you know, after high school, and then I went back to university and was going to become an art history professor.
Right.
And Eric, who lives in Nepal, actually, you know, I was about to go into a PhD program. He'd been living there. He married a Nepali woman. He said, why don't we try this for a few years? My first daughter had been born. So I thought I'd take a year or 2 off. And that was 27 years ago.
Isn't that something?
And I still go there, just like Carlos. To this day, when I go there, I'm awestruck. Not just by, you know, by the jewelers, but by the society and the people themselves. And it happens to so many people.
Okay, if you're on the line, don't hang up. We'll let you know when this is completely sold out. Thank you for the calls. Also available, here is our beautiful crescent.